So I made three predictions out of the testing for Formula E. One, that was Envision and Jaguar were going to be on the top of their game again. The second was that Tag Heuer Porsche and Andretti would also be pushing close behind them. And my third was I thought Nissan would really be able to show us what they can do with that car and maybe bring through some of the developments they've been looking at. Well, after the fire, we only actually had 2 sessions of running. Now, don't forget, they are obliged to run rookies as well, so some of the numbers are a little bit skewed, so we're going to have to dive into those a little bit. So Mitch Evans does take a lead with the Jaguar after 46 laps of racing, doing a best time of 1:24.417. So the Tag Heuer of Felix da Costa did about the same laps, 49, and he came in just a couple of hundredths of a second slower than Mitch Evans. So really good to see that. Sebastian Buemi picked up Envision in third place, and then we then get the Tag Heuer Porsche in fifth place. The Andretti, driven by Norman Nato, wasn't as successful, only managing to get 11th. It could be that Norman Nato is just developing in the Andretti car and perhaps maybe just needs a little bit more track time. The other Andretti was being driven by a rookie, so understandably it didn't land inside the top 10. Now, what was interesting is I did predict that hopefully Nissan were going to bring some upgrades and they were going to improve on their performance. Now, unfortunately, Nissan ran 2 rookie drivers on the only session that we have recorded times for. So, unfortunately, we don't have a lot more to go on than that, really. So, what was quite interesting to see was the rookie Taylor Bernard in the Neon McLaren actually managed to get himself a respectable 7th position after 53 laps of driving. That's actually really impressive from him, and perhaps maybe this could turn into a future opportunity for him in the sport. However, the big takeaway is Nick de Vries. The former reigning world champion has returned to the sport in the Mahindra car, and unfortunately, after 40 odd laps of driving around the circuit, was unable to get himself off the bottom of the board. Now, perhaps maybe that's because he's been away from Formula E and in a Formula 1 car for the last year, and perhaps maybe he's lost the driving edge, or he's just had to change his driving style and now he's got to switch back again and he's struggling to do so. What's interesting is Edo Mortara in the other Mahindra car was actually able to gain himself a respectable 4th position. So this could be quite an interesting team dynamic going into the next season. Hopefully, we'll see some interesting action, but for me, I still think it's going to be the Porsches and the Jaguar powertrains are going to be fighting it out at the top of the leaderboard. I really would like to see Nissan and Neon McLaren pushing hard as well and hopefully taking some points away from all of them. Either way, I think it's going to be a great 2024 season and I'm looking forward to it.